When a superstar quarterback faces his former team that unceremoniously dumped him just months ago, you'd expect fireworks, revenge narratives, and plenty of bulletin board material. But Aaron Rodgers? He's playing it cooler than a frozen field goal in Green Bay. The Pittsburgh Steelers signal caller has turned stonewalling into an art form this week as he prepares for Sunday's season opener against the New York Jets at MetLife Stadium. And honestly, his poker-faced approach might be the most telling response of all. During his Wednesday media session, Rodgers deflected every single question about returning to face the organization that showed him the door after a nightmarish two-season saga. When reporters pressed him about the emotional significance of stepping back onto that familiar turf, his response was almost comically brief. "It's week 1, he stated flatly, as if discussing the weather. Pressed further about what emotions might surge when he emerges from the tunnel at MetLife Stadium, Rodgers maintained his robotic composure. "I'd just be excited for week 1. But here's where it gets controversial. Is Rodgers genuinely unbothered by this matchup? Or is he masterfully concealing what could be the most motivated he's been in years? Let's rewind to understand why this seemingly routine season opener carries nuclear-level subplot potential. The Jets released Rodgers in March under new head coach Aaron Glenn, ending what can only be described as a catastrophic partnership. The relationship began with Rodgers suffering a season-ending Achilles tear just 4 plays into the 2023 opener, then limped to a merciful conclusion following a disjointed 5-12 campaign in 2024. The aftermath, New York quickly pivoted to former Steelers quarterback Justin Fields, handing him a lucrative 2-year, $40 million contract during the early stages of free agency. Meanwhile, Rodgers found himself courted by Pittsburgh, eventually signing a 1-year, $13.65 million deal before the team's June minicamp. For the future Hall of Famer, this represents his second fresh start in 3 seasons, after spending nearly 2 decades with the Green Bay Packers. The transition, according to Rodgers, has been remarkably smooth. "This is the second new, so it's the new," he explained, with characteristic quirkiness. "I'm loving being here. The way that I've been welcomed has been really, really special, from top down to the fans, to guys in the locker room and sports staff. The men and women that work for this organization has been really, really special. And this is the part most people miss. Despite his public indifference, Rodgers clearly retains intimate knowledge of the Jets personnel. He rattled off names with the familiarity of someone who shared a locker room with these players just months ago. "I know some of the guys," he acknowledged. "Obviously, the Williams brothers Quincy and Quinnen, and Sauce Gardner and T.A. Tony Adams, and Jamian Sherwood and Michael Carter, Michael Clemens, my buddy Jermaine Johnson is coming back from his Achilles. I don't want to forget anybody. Who else do we got over there? I mean the young guys, Braden McGregor, Marcelino McCrary-Ball. So, yeah, I know the guys pretty well, but they're running a little different scheme." However, when reporters attempted to dig deeper about whether he maintains contact with any Jets personnel, Rodgers slammed that door shut immediately. "I'm not going to tell you that. Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin saw this media strategy coming from a mile away. During his Tuesday press conference, Tomlin predicted his quarterback's evasive approach with surgical precision. I'm sure he's capable of compartmentalizing that," Tomlin observed regarding Rodgers' return. "If it means anything to him more than a normal game, he probably wouldn't tell you. We're going to go play football." But here's what makes this situation fascinating. Rodgers isn't just stonewalling the media. He's selling the same just another game narrative to his new teammates. And they're buying it completely. Tight end Pat Freiermuth praised his quarterback's seemingly nonchalant attitude. "He makes it seem like it's just another game. And I think that's cool for us. Being able to just put it in our minds that it's another game. Obviously we want to go out there and win it for him. but I don't think he's kind of living off that we're going back to his old stomping ground. I think he's just ready to go out there and compete and play. Wide receiver DK Metcalf echoed similar sentiments, though he acknowledged sensing Rodgers' underlying motivation. I mean, I don't think his former team has anything to do with it, Metcalf insisted. I think he just loves the game of football, and he's ready to go out there and put a product out there on the field. I know it is kind of a bad taste left in his mouth from the previous years. He just wants to go out there and win as many games as he can. Interestingly, Metcalf shares his quarterback's eagerness to take the field at MetLife, though for entirely different reasons. Sunday will mark the first time Pittsburgh's first-team offense operates as a complete unit in game action, a reality that might concern some coaches. Not Tomlin, apparently. I see them work every day, and that daily work leads to in-stadium performance, the veteran coach explained Tuesday. Do I have confidence about what they're capable of in stadium? I've been making it up. None of us have seen our guys in stadium, and so I just think that that's something that we all manage this time of year. I think there's some speculation and some not knowing this time of year. You can hide under your desk, or you can be confident. I choose to base my posture on what I've seen from a prep standpoint, and I've been really comfortable with what I've seen. Metcalf dismissed any concerns about the offense's readiness with characteristic confidence. No, that's everybody else's worry, not mine. So here's the million-dollar question that's got everyone talking. Is Aaron Rodgers' ice-cold demeanor genuine indifference, or is he channeling his motivation into laser-focused preparation? Could this calculated silence actually be the loudest statement he could make? What do you think? Is Rodgers truly over his Jets experience, or is he setting up for one of the most satisfying revenge games in recent memory? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Are you team genuinely unbothered Rodgers, or do you believe he's secretly circling this date in red ink?